Thanks for watching this video brought to you by AN Immigration Services and Consulting. Please ensure that you watch this video at high resolution for best video quality, as we are going to walk through the application process and the eligibility criteria for applying for a subclass 190 skilled nominated visa. At the end of this video, we have provided links to some useful legislative instruments and information related to this visa. The information in this video is only intended for primary visa applicants who want to submit an application for the subclass 190 visa on or from the 12th of April 2024. This visa lets nominated skilled workers live and work in Australia as permanent residents. The content in this video is for reference only. Please seek professional advice about the content in this video. Please like and share this video and subscribe to our channel. Although this video is around 10 minutes long, many hours of work have been spent on depicting in full the complex legislative requirements for this visa in a format that visa applicants can follow and understand easily and visually. Let us be part of your journey in Australia and support you throughout this journey. Let's start. The red lines in this flow chart are answers no to the question in a decision step. Please simply commence from start at the top, answer the questions in each decision step and follow the direction of the arrows to guide you through the application process and eligibility criteria. There are 2 steps in applying for this visa. The first step is to submit a valid visa application. If your application is not valid, your application will not be successful even if you satisfy all eligibility criteria. For any visa applications, always check whether there are any visa conditions, act-based or regulation-based restrictions that will stop you from applying for the visa. There may not be such restriction, or the restrictions may not apply to you. However, it is the awareness of any restrictions and waiver that is important. For example, if you currently have a visa with conditions 8503 and 8534 attached, these visa conditions will prevent you from applying for a subclass 190 visa in Australia. However, a waiver is available under Migration Regulation 2.07 AG. As subclass 190 is a general skilled migration visa, visa conditions 8503 and 8534 may be waived. We have included a link to that regulation at the end of this video. You need to lodge an internet application using Form 1393. The visa application charge is $4,640 as of the 12th of April 2024. You must have been invited and nominated by a state or territory government agency to apply for this visa. To qualify for being invited, you need to submit an expression of interest through SkillsElect, indicating your interest in applying for a 190 visa. SkillsElect is an online service that enables skilled workers from overseas to express their interests in migrating to Australia. To submit an expression of interest, you need to include personal information, nominated or desired occupation, details on your work experience, education, your English language proficiency, a skills assessment for your nominated occupation, and etc. SkillsElect then issues invitations to eligible applicants to apply for a visa based upon a ranking of the attributes of nominees, the pass mark and subject to ceilings on occupation numbers. Please note that the expression of interest is not a visa application. If you are not invited, you will not have a appeal right. Once you have been invited, you need to apply within the period specified in the invitation letter. At the time of invitation, you are under 45 years of age. You need to nominate a skilled occupation from one of two occupation lists. These occupation lists are short-term skilled occupation list and medium and long-term strategic skills list. Your nominated skilled occupation must be the one specified in the invitation letter. At the time of invitation, you need to declare that your skills have been assessed as suitable by a relevant assessing authority for your nominated skilled occupation. 485 temporary graduate visa skills assessments are not acceptable in relation to this visa. It is important to note that assessing authorities may set different standards for skills assessments for the same occupation. Temporary and permanent visa programs may have differing purposes, and the different standards of skills assessments reflect those purposes. For example, a 485 visa is aimed at assisting a graduate to gain skilled work experience in Australia. A 190 visa is aimed at an applicant who already has relevant skilled work experience in the relevant occupation. The standards for a skilled assessment for a provisional and permanent visa such as the 190 visa will therefore generally be at a higher level. The skills assessment, the invitation and nomination requirements will be assessed again at the time of decision. Please note that membership with an Australian professional society is not a substitute for skills assessment. You can either apply for this visa in or outside Australia. If you apply in Australia, you need to hold a substantive visa or a bridging A, B or C visa. A substantive visa means a visa other than a bridging visa, a criminal justice visa or an enforcement visa. Subclass 190 visa is not one of the specified visas that you can apply for validly in Australia while you are Section 48 barred. If you are not sure of what Section 48 bar is, you can refer to this short video. The second step is to check whether you satisfy all eligibility criteria at the time of decision of your visa. Your skills had been assessed as suitable by a relevant assessing authority for your nominated skilled occupation. And the skills assessment is not for a 485 temporary graduate visa. If there is validity period for your skills assessment and the period does not end more than 3 years after the date of assessment, the period has not ended. If above requirements are not met, not more than 3 years had passed since the date of assessment. If your skills assessment was based on a qualification you obtained in Australia while holding a student visa, your qualification must come from studying a registered course. We have included a link to the Commonwealth Register of Institutions and Courses for overseas students where you can check whether your courses are registered. If you do not hold a passport issued by the United Kingdom, the Republic of Ireland, United States of America, Canada or New Zealand, you need to have undertaken a specified English language test and achieved the required scores. One of the more well-known specified English language tests is IELTS. Information about other specified English tests and the required scores are provided in a link at the end of this video. Also, the test must have been conducted in the 3 years immediately before the date of the invitation. Your assessed score under the General Points Test for General Skilled Migration Visas must not be less than 65 and the score stated in the invitation. The nominating state or territory government agency has not withdrawn the invitation. If you currently hold, or your last substantive visa held was either subclass 491 Skilled Work Regional Provisional Visa or subclass 494 Skilled Employer-Sponsored Regional Provisional Visa, you must have held that visa for at least 3 years at the time of application. There are various public interest criteria and special return criteria that you must satisfy, including the character and health requirements. Any accompanying family members included in your visa application also need to meet public interest criteria and special return criteria. Public interest criteria also apply to any non-accompanying family members. These criteria for the family members to satisfy are called one fails, all fail criteria. This means that if any accompanying or non-accompanying family members do not meet these public interest criteria and special return criteria, your application will be refused. Thanks for walking through the application process and the eligibility criteria with us. Please like and share this video and subscribe to our channel so that we can provide more content to support you.